What is going on, my friend? Today, I'm going to show you how to make liposomal vitamin C for immune and energy support. Let's get started. Okay, welcome back to another video. My name is Brian Hardy of bryanhardy.ca, and thank you for being here for this very special video, this how-to video to make a recipe, a home remedy, a home enhanced supplement, you might call it, for something that has been transformative for my own life and for the lives of countless others, particularly when it comes to immune support and energy support. And I'm talking about vitamin C for energy support and immune support, particularly liposomal vitamin C, or you could call it encapsulated or a vitamin C emulsion. There's many different ways to describe it, and you can buy these things, although they tend to be a little bit pricey. And I've found that by using similar ingredients and doing a bit of the work myself, that I get a result that to me feels almost as effective as some of the very high-end liposomal vitamin C products that you will find in the store. So before we get into the specifics, I want to talk a little bit about why you want to do this. What are the benefits that you're going to get from taking liposomal vitamin C? Well, first, let's just define a few things. Vitamin C is an essential water-soluble nutrient that we cannot create in our own bodies. That means we need to consume it through berries, through honey, through supplements, through various kinds of foods, fruits and vegetables mostly. Things also like pine needles and spruce needles, tree medicines, different dried herbal teas. There's many, many ways to get vitamin C into your body. And I encourage you to get as many different forms into your body as you can, particularly from natural sources, so that you're getting the bioflavonoids and the different beneficial compounds that help your body assimilate and use that vitamin C. Some of the most in-depth research and famous research on vitamin C was done by Linus Pauling, and you can look up Linus Pauling and do some research on your own. He pretty much invented orthomolecular nutrition, which was a huge step forward in scientific and nutritional understanding. And he won the Nobel Prize for his work around vitamin C and is remembered to this day because of it. And now he is documented of taking massive, massive amounts of seemingly just pure ascorbic acid. And you'll hear debate among people in the health world that vitamin C is not ascorbic acid, that ascorbic acid is one part of a vitamin C complex. And this intuitively makes sense because nature doesn't exist in isolation. It creates compounds and vitamins and minerals in complexes, in relation to another substance, so that when you take that in, your body gets the full effect. Now, today, what we're doing is taking a vitamin C supplement. This is going to be a buffered vitamin C, meaning there's some calcium to take away the acidity of the ascorbic acid. We're going to take that and we're going to combine it with some lecithin, sunflower non-GMO lecithin, as well as some water, of course, to dissolve everything. And then I am going to put in some flavored stevia at the end because I'm making a creamsicle flavor. So it's an orange flavored vitamin C and then a vanilla flavored stevia. And those two together make a delicious combination that I think tastes like a creamsicle. A couple other key points about vitamin C and why it's so important for stress and energy, or rather immune support, which is related to stress and energy. So the adrenal glands, which are the stress hormone producing glands in the body, they sit atop the kidneys. And in most of us, they are quite stressed. They are quite fatigued. Adrenal fatigue is the clinical term. And they use some of the most vitamin C in the body. Meaning, the more stressed we are, the more vitamin C our adrenal glands are going to want to gobble up. And the more vitamin C our body is going to be able to use. So there's a direct correlation. Similar to magnesium, which is the anti-stress and relaxation mineral, there's a direct correlation between the amount of stress we're experiencing, be that emotional, mental, physical, physiological, immune, or what have you. The more stressed we are, the more vitamin C our body will be able to utilize. This also is relevant when you're looking at damage from the sun, from sun tanning, being outside, ultraviolet radiation damage. Vitamin C doesn't work like a sunscreen in that it would absorb the UV, but instead it helps to clean up the damage and protect our DNA from excess damage from the free radicals caused by UV exposure. There's also some evidence suggesting that it can be good for wrinkles and for dry skin, keeping more hydration in the skin. We also know that vitamin C is essential for collagen formation, hence why scurvy, which is the breakdown of your connective tissue and the poor healing of wounds, is related, or is caused rather, by vitamin C deficiency. Again, which is very easily remedied if you live in a place that has fresh plants and herbs and or supplements. If you've ever had a flu or fever and done the vitamin C bowel tolerance test, you will know what that means, and that is one way of estimating your body's tolerance for vitamin C. And what you're doing is taking about a half a teaspoon of vitamin C dissolved in water every 15 to 20 minutes or so until you trigger a diarrhea or flushing reaction, at which point your bowels cannot tolerate any more vitamin C, and you know that you have consumed more than your body can utilize. Now, you take that total number, which for me at the time was 18 grams, and you multiply that by 0.75 to get a rough estimate of what your body could use on a daily basis. This gives most of us a daily dosing of 2 to 3 grams, 2 to 3 times per day, making a total of, 6 to 9 or 12 grams of vitamin C. Now, again, if you're stressed, if your immune system is compromised, then you're probably going to need more of this. This is why people oftentimes use intravenous vitamin C for cancer or other chronic medical conditions. Even in the coronavirus treatment, people have been using intravenous vitamin C, seemingly with good results. But this is not a time for me. I'm not here to diagnose or treat or claim any cures or anything like that. This is just my experience, my practical advice as a professional holistic nutritionist and someone who has experimented on myself a lot and gotten some really good results. So, having said that, because most of us aren't doctors or nurses and don't have the capability to inject ourselves with vitamin C with any frequency, or don't want to spend the hundreds of dollars that it would cost to go and get IV nutrition on a regular basis, this is why making our own liposomal vitamin C at home seems to me one of the very best ways to get good bang for our buck, but not really, blow the budget, as it were. Make the most of your resources and do what you can at home to amplify the results of your health protocols. So having said that, let's get into it. Today we are going to make a double batch. I'm only going to do the full process with 1/2 of the batch, but I'm going to do a double batch because we tend to use this quite a bit. We both really like it in the household here. Myself and my partner both really enjoy this stuff. And we are taking, a couple shots of it every day throughout the day. Because it's a water-soluble vitamin, that means we're peeing it out as the day goes on. Every 4 hours or so, we're peeing out our vitamin C as well as our B vitamins. So it's important to take it consistently in order to keep the circulating levels up. Okay, having said that, let's get into it. To do this, we are going to need a blender. We're going to need some non-GMO lecithin. I like the sunflower liquid lecithin. You can use half as much in this recipe by using the liquid, and you don't have to soak the lecithin and the vitamin C in the water as you might if you're using the granules, which you'll often find in stores. So liquid lecithin, this is the Now brand. I've been using this stuff for years in smoothies and soups, for liver support, for choline support. It's a really great stuff. I also have my French vanilla stevia that I'm going to use just at the very end. I have my buffered vitamin C. This one's from Naka. And all it means when it says buffered is that they've put something in, whether it is magnesium or sodium, or in this case, calcium. They've put that in to buffer the acidity, to lower the pH and prevent people who have very sensitive stomachs from being overly acidified from drinking lots of ascorbic acid. So what we're going to do is get the blender going, and I'm going to fast forward this for the most part while it's being made. I'm going to get the blender going with warm water, 1 cup of warm water, and 1.5 tablespoons of the lecithin. That's going to begin to emulsify and create that fatty base material that we're going to put our vitamin C into. After that's going, I'm going to put the vitamin C in and we're going to blend it on high until it's all very well dissolved. Now, just doing that, just blending something at high speed, like vitamin C with lecithin, seems to increase absorption and create what we call an emulsion, because you're going to get some fat solubility because you blended them together. Now, the final step is to take that and put it in, this is an ultrasonic cleaner. So this is a little device that passes current and essentially sound waves through the liquid medium inside. They use it to clean jewelry, but you can also use it to essentially help the molecules that are floating around in the liquid to come into each other. Something to do with the electrical charge drives the vitamin C into the fatty molecule, thus creating homemade liposomes. So that's pretty much it. It's very simple. It only takes about 10 minutes, and most of that time is stirring. There's about a 4-minute or 6-minute stirring cycle where you're just stirring the vitamin C mixture in the ultrasonic cleaner. And other than that, it takes virtually no time for what I think is a really great result. And I do definitely notice that I can tolerate more vitamin C when I take it this way. I like the taste. That's another thing. I really enjoy the taste and the flavor of it when it's blended up this way. And I feel it. My energy levels are definitely better and more stable when I'm starting the day with the homemade liposomal C, or a store-bought liposomal C as well. You know, I've definitely bought these things in the past. But for this current season, I'm sticking to homemade. And because of the fear-demic that's going on, coronavirus 1984-demic that's going on, people need immune support, and this is one of the best ways that I know how to support the immune system and support your energy for more resilience and ability to stick with it, right? And to adapt to the stresses of modern life, which are many. Okay, let's get to it. So again, I'm making a double batch, hence why I just put 2 cups of warm water into the blender. And with this, we'll go 3 tablespoons of the lecithin. So as that's going, I'm just going to leave it going, and I'm going to put an equivalent amount to 1 tablespoon of ascorbic acid. 1 tablespoon is equivalent to 6 scoops of this. So I'm going to put 12 scoops into my mixture here. Okay, that has been blended well. Now the next step is to put it into the ultrasonic cleaner and then run that cycle twice while we stir. Here's our clean glass jars for once it's done. Like I said, a single batch usually makes about 500 or 600 ml. So double batch, 2 jars. And you can see all the foam that's been created in here. That foam is going to go down as we stir. So I'm going to pour it into here, fill up the ultrasonic cleaner. Then I'm going to go and hit start. You can probably hear that. Hope that noise isn't too annoying. I'm going to fast forward most of this. You need a plastic or a wooden utensil to stir this. And the reason that you're stirring is so all of the vitamin C can run across the actual part that emits the frequency. Okay, so this first half has been run through twice through the ultrasonic cleaner. This half, which still has some foam in it, is going to be sealed up. And I'm going to keep that in the fridge until this one runs out, at which point I'll take it out, I'll run it through the ultrasonic cleaner, and then I'll put that in the fridge. Now, both of these will store in the fridge for 4, 5, 6 days. You'll probably go through it every 3 to 4 days, depending on your use. But all that's left to do now is to flavor it, which again, I'm using vanilla stevia. So I'm going to take my jar. I'm going to put about 7, 8 drops. He drops vanilla stevia. Then, because the ultrasonic cleaner is not great for pouring out of, so I'm going to take this guy. We're going to do one of those to transfer it. And then from there, we're going to pour into our jar. And like I said, this will last myself and my partner probably 3, 4, 5 days, at which point we'll make some more. And literally all I'm using each day for a dose is about an ounce. So one of these little shot glasses, maybe a bit more. And I'm taking that before my morning water and probably 2, maybe 3 other times throughout the day, spread out 3 to 4 hours. So that is that. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a like and hit subscribe and turn the notifications on so you know when new videos come out on this channel. That is every Wednesday evening, Eastern time. And yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Questions, concerns, ways that you've gone about creating this amazing elixir in your own home, you know, other tips and tricks. I would be happy to hear those, engage with those, and try them out for myself. So cheers to health and vitality and amazing immune and energy boosting effects of homemade liposomal vitamin C. I'm going to go ahead and give this a sip. Yeah, the orange flavoring with the vanilla is really dynamite. So I highly suggest that flavor combination if you want flavoring. Otherwise, you could use pure ascorbic acid and no flavoring. But I'm a gourmet kind of guy. I want things to taste good and work well. So that's my little upgrade. And like I said, thank you for watching this. If you know somebody who is struggling with their energy and immune health, please consider sharing this to them, forwarding this to them, and just see if they're open. See if they're willing to try it, or better yet, make a batch and deliver it to someone in your neighborhood, in your family, somebody in need who probably wouldn't make it for themselves. Okay, that is all. I will catch you soon. Until then, be well, stay beautiful, and have a healthy week.